Eri Edem Abenya.
Thank you,
my lady. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to contribute to the motion before the House, which is to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic, for complying with Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution by delivering to this House the message of the State of the Nation's address. Let me also acknowledge His Excellency, the President, for giving us a true picture of the state as he met it. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, the President was expected to give us an update. He was expected to give us the true picture of the economy as he met it, and he did just that. I am surprised that our friends from the minority today are all claiming that Mr. President only lamented and did not give a true State of the Nation address. They are actually sending an invitation to His Excellency the President that if you are a medical doctor who performs a meticulous diagnosis on a patient and you report the accurate findings of your diagnosis, it means you are lamenting. The economy that the President Mahama inherited, the economy that the NPP left behind, is actually the picture that President Mahama painted. And for some of us, we even believe that President Mahama was too modest in telling the people of Ghana the actual state of the economy that he inherited. Mr. Speaker, let's move into the issues of the economy. Mr. Speaker, this same economy that the NPP members and members of the minority want us to believe was a good economy. Indeed, the president himself, former president Nana Addo Akuffo Addo, indeed admitted that he was leaving behind a difficult economy. He said that in August 2023 when he said he knew he was leaving behind a difficult economy, but he expected a new leader to take us out of the challenges. If there was no challenge, why did the president then make such statement? Again, we were in this country, Mr. Speaker, when 98 conscious, courageous members of the then minority, of the then majority, and it is interesting that the 98 number at the time is far bigger than the current number that they have before this chamber. Those 98 members of the majority then took to the media, wrote a petition, asked that the Minister of Finance at the time be sacked. And the argument they made at the time was that the Minister for Finance had mismanaged the economy and that the economic situation at the time was not too good, for which reason they were demanding his dismissal. And so it is surprising, and I am flabbergasted that today this same minority will stand here to speak and defend the records of the economy that they wanted the finance minister sacked for. Mr. Speaker, it is important for us to understand that when you are analyzing the economy, it is not rocket science. There are some basic things that basic facts, basic data available to everybody. But one of the key issues when it comes to the strength of the economy is the issue of how the growth rate really translates to the quality of life of the ordinary Ghanaian. Mr. Speaker, before 2024 elections, the World Bank in their report, which spoke about inflation, stated that 850,000 Ghanaians were pushed into the poverty line because of high inflation. That is the kind of economy that you left behind. That over 850,000 people were pushed below the poverty line. And you tell us that you left behind a strong economy? Please, the fact is there, the data is there, and it speaks for itself. Mr. Speaker, again, unemployment or the employment rate is a key indicator of economic growth. President Mahama left behind unemployment rate of 8%. But before the 2024 election, President Akuffo Addo left behind 14.7% unemployment rate. How dare you say that you left behind a better economy? Again, According to the Ghana Statistical Service, Mr. Speaker, according to the Ghana Statistical Service, close to 2 million Ghanaian youth were left in the NEET bracket. And when we talk about NEET, we're talking about no education, no employment, no training, and then all that. You left 2 million Ghanaian youth in that bracket, and that is why on December 7th, they voted you out. But Mr. Speaker, President Mahama did not only give us the picture of the economy that he inherited, but he also was so generous to the good people of Ghana by giving us a comprehensive plan for addressing the challenges as he met them. Mr. Speaker, President Mahama outlined a number of policy initiatives, but I want to begin with what I call his bold plans for proper governance. Mr. Speaker, for the last 8 years under the NPP government, we saw the bastardization of state institutions. Even independent state institutions were bastardized with partisanship. Even the very respected institutions were bastardized by the NPP, be it security and even critics. And according to a survey, 7 out of 10 Ghanaians even lost confidence in the judiciary. That is the kind of country that they left behind. But President Mahama announced comprehensive plans to address the challenges. He started. And you're talking about institutions, even the Electoral Commission. We were in this country when your government, your former president, Akuffo Addo, appointed a card-bearing communicator of the NPP as one of the Electoral Commissioners. And so you mismanaged this country, and we all saw the kind of legacies that you left. If in 2 months you are already lamenting, crying all over the place, you have a long way to go, because this is just 2 months of 16 years plus of opposition, and you're already feeling uncomfortable about the situation. Prepare for more, because you are going to remain in opposition for a long time. But Mr. Speaker, the plans that President Mahama announced for rescuing this country and bringing us out of the deep hole that the NPP plunged us into, it includes his program to ensure that we have 1 million coders. With the 1 million coders program, President Mahama and the NDC has decided that we will recruit and train 1 million young people across this country and equip them with digital skills in app development and all these other skills. Mr. Speaker, we all know that we are in the era of digital economy, and with the digital economy, with the 1 million coders that will be recruited and trained by President Mahama, it will help us solve the problem of unemployment and also help us to expand the economy. Number 2 is President Mahama's decision to ensure that 55,000 households benefit from the policy that they mock so much. But Mr. Speaker, isn't it interesting that from the very minute President Mahama finished his presentation, NPP minority kept telling us that all they saw in the document was lamentation. Then all of a sudden, contrary to the song that they have been singing, one of their members rose to his feet and he decided to criticize the quantity or the magnitude of the policies that have been announced. Why? One side says that we only had lamentation, another side says we had policy propositions, but the numbers that have been targeted are not enough. This speaks to the contradiction and the double standard of the minority as we speak on this issue. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I know my time, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, it is important for us to recognize that at the heart of all these policies on energy, agri, economy, and what have you, is leadership. President Mahama and the NDC have decided that as a government, we will run a very lean government. President Mahama has decided that we must put to proper use the resources of this nation. I can assure Ghanaians that we will not see a government that will spend over 58 billion on a useless national cathedral project. We will not see a government that will invest in projects that will not inure to the benefit of the Ghanaian people. But we have a government that will invest in the productive sectors and give jobs to the young people of this country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.